Are you feeling disconnected in love, life, and relationship? What if the issue isn't your relationship, your job, or that thing that you've been questioning, but a belief about yourself that's been quietly running for years, maybe even decades? David, William, Pearce, welcome back. And this week was a bit of a challenging one for me. My birthday approaching. Invitation to write in the comments how old you'll think I'll be turning this week. And it brought something to the surface I hadn't fully seen before. I realized I haven't truly celebrated my birthday in over 20 years. I've acknowledged it, but not really celebrated it. And not because I didn't have the opportunity, but because of a belief I didn't know that I was really carrying. And the belief was simple, heavy, but simple. And that belief was that I didn't deserve to be celebrated. And once I saw that clearly, so much of my behavior started to make sense. Avoiding attention, minimizing myself personally, professionally, and romantically, holding back in moments that could have been joyful. Not because something was wrong externally, but because of what I believed internally. And this is what I see again and again in people that I work with, that I encounter. The pattern rarely starts in the relationship. It starts in a belief. Something like, I'm not enough, I'm too much, I don't deserve this, I'll be let down anyway. And then that belief quietly shapes how you show up, how you communicate, what you allow, what you avoid. Tantra actually explains what's going on here with the 3 impurities. For more on that, check that out. So even when you want connection, something else is happening underneath. You might pull away, you might get defensive, shut down, overcompensate, or something else, if that sounds familiar. Write it down in the comments. What's your pattern? From the outside, it looks like it's a relationship issue. But underneath, it's a self-worth pattern playing out in real time. What shifted for me this week wasn't forcing a new belief, it was seeing the old one clearly and remembering something simple. Everyone is doing the best they can with what they know at any given moment. Myself included, you included, the person that grinds your gears included. That's all anyone is ever doing at any moment in time, in varying gradations of ignorance and self-awareness. There is a line in Tantra that says, love is the only appropriate response to both love and hate. And that doesn't mean accepting harmful behavior, but it does mean understanding where it comes from. Because when you understand the pattern, you stop reacting to the surface and start relating to what's underneath. So instead of asking what's wrong with them, or even what's wrong with me, or what's wrong with you, you can begin asking what belief is driving this reaction. Because once you see the belief, you begin to get your power back. If you're interested in a rapid belief extraction and repatterning tool, I'll leave a link in the description to one. For me, this week became about self-esteem, not as a conceptual sense, but as something lived. Definition of self-esteem being the felt belief in your own worth, independent of external validation. And it's built one kept promise to yourself at a time, because God doesn't break a promise. And in honoring that, in finding that integrity, you step away from the limited, hurt, egoic self towards something more divine. So, what about your relationships? Well, in relationships, this also gets to change everything, because instead of trying to fix them or each other, you start seeing where someone is acting from their current best, even if it's far from their potential. And Instead of judging, it's an opportunity to lead, not by controlling, not by telling them what to do, but by showing them that there's another way, by inviting them to meet you there. So, I'll leave you with this. A question, an invitation, a reflection. Where in your life are you reacting from a belief about yourself or them that might not actually be true? And where is that belief shaping your life, your relationships, the way you show up in business? If anything I've shared today has landed, and you recognize there's a pattern here for you in your relationships, your communication, or just how you show up in your everyday, then this is exactly the work we do through Articulate. Because often the problem isn't the situation, it's the pattern behind your reactions that's actually at play. And Articulate helps you see that more clearly. I work with people one-on-one, online and in person, so your response becomes a choice instead of something that you keep repeating. And for couples, 3-hour contact massage journeys focused on presence, communication, and deepening connection. So if you're feeling disconnected and you want more connection, more intimacy, and more enjoyment in your life, then that is for you. You'll find everything I've mentioned in the description. And remember, you are not broken, my friend. You've just been conditioned to behave in a way that created safety in the past. And when you begin to see your patterns clearly, everything begins to change. Thank you for joining. See you in the next transmission.